This is video 555. You give love a bad name. So God showed me His glory yesterday again. I was running in our local shopping mall as I dislike shopping. So I'm more the male version of a hunter in a shopping mall. Just running straight to the click and collect department of Mr. Price. Buying new shoes as I've asked God for a new pair of shoes every month this year. I was so constrained for time as my first patient would have been in my surgery with less than an hour, and usually my traveling time to my surgery is about an hour. I ran past the shop. The shop will be anonymous. When I heard I suspect the manager shouting out, "Headquarters, swap the serviettes." I looked around at the commotion. All the employees were stashing away the normal white cheap serviettes, replacing it with good quality, double ply, branded serviettes. I smiled. Just as I walked around the corner, I saw a middle-aged frowny gentleman, also dressed in the straw's apparel, approaching with a clipboard and a double frown. Oh, headquarters, I thought. I started laughing so loud. So if you were based in Pretoria, seeing a girl laughing out loud, laughing fervently alone in the shopping mall recently, that was literally me. Literally, I could not keep in the laughter on that exact moment. Even Paul wrote about losing our mind for Christ. That was one of those moments for me. I reflected on the scene. I just noticed, thank God, I was not a participant in this scene. I knew that there would have to be a deeper submarine lesson for me, as I know that God so finely orchestrated this exact moment just for me. As it was so organic, the timing was more than perfect. Once again, I'm grateful for God linking back to me, back to my Ancient of Days or God of Timing journey. I will place the link below. But I thought God is not like headquarters. I think so many people that are empty taps, see my previous video on this topic, or are administrating from the religious spirit, think that God is the headquarters in their story. But He is not. He is not approaching us with a clipboard to tick what we have done correct or wrong. He does not approach us with a double frown. We do not need to scramble away to hide the wrong serviettes. And I just put up our best foot forward. No, this is not the God that I'm serving. Earlier the same morning, I upgraded my cell phone from a heart filled with gratefulness towards the Chats team in Montana, Pretoria. My new friend Dylan gave me such exceptional service. He asked, "Do you want the black phone or the blue phone?" This is first how I see God. He will pre-select the best solution for our problems and then give us an option. Just as I explained to Dylan, I need a cheap phone. I'm not brand conscious. I need a phone with a big memory and takes exceptional good photographs. Then he gave me the choice. This is how I see God. Dylan further assisted me patiently, knowing all the steps that had to be taken to transfer the data from my old phone to the new phone. God knows what He is doing and is willing and is anticipating to assist us every step of the way. Dylan had to remove my old SIM card from my old phone. He took out a golden pocket knife to use the sharp edge to pin out the SIM card. God already has all the tools to assist us with. All I did was to surrender my phone to Dylan to do his magic. Are you still holding onto your phone? Side note, your phone is a subtle reference to your problems, your hopes, your desires, your wishes, your relationship, your property. Side note, I started working on this video yesterday in my mind. The song that came up immediately was John Bon Jovi's "You Give Love a Bad Name." As I was starting to typing the script, the song started playing on LM radio. This was one of the biggest glory moments, those kabot moments I have experienced up to date while writing and making these videos. Another glory moment from God. He loves to show off. Makes me love Him even more. To end off this is one of my old-time classic videos. the difference between Jesus and religion. May God show off His glory daily to you.
What if I told you Jesus came to abolish religion? What if I told you voting Republican really wasn't his mission? What if I told you Republican doesn't automatically mean Christian, and just because you call some people blind doesn't automatically give you vision? I mean, if religion is so great, why has it started so many wars? Why does it build huge churches but fails to feed the poor? Tell single moms God doesn't love them if they've ever had a divorce, but in the Old Testament, God actually calls religious people whores. Religion might preach grace, but another thing they practice. Tend to ridicule God's people. They did it to John the Baptist. They can't fix their problems, and so they just mask it, not realizing religion's like spraying perfume on a casket. See, the problem with religion is it never gets to the core. It's just behavior modification, like a long list of chores. Like, let's dress up the outside, make it look nice and neat. But it's funny, that's what they used to do to mummies while the corpse rots underneath. Now, I ain't judging, I'm just saying, quit putting on a fake look. Because there's a problem if people only know that you're a Christian by your Facebook. I mean, in every other aspect of life, you know that logic's unworthy. It's like saying you play for the Lakers just because you bought a jersey. See, this was me too, but no one seemed to be on to me. Acting like a church kid while addicted to pornography. See, on Sunday I'd go to church, but Saturday getting faded, acting if I was simply created to just have sex and get wasted. See, I spent my whole life building this facade of neatness, but now that I know Jesus, I boast in my weakness. Because if grace is water, then the church should be an ocean. It's not a museum for good people, it's a hospital for the broken, which means I don't have to hide my failure, I don't have to hide my sin, because it doesn't depend on me, it depends on Him. See, because when I was God's enemy, and certainly not a fan, He looked down and said, I want that man. Which is why Jesus hated religion, and for it He called them fools. Don't you see so much better than just following some rules? Now let me clarify. I love the church, I love the Bible, and yes, I believe in sin. But if Jesus came to your church, would they actually let Him in? See, remember He was called a glutton and a drunkard by religious men. But the Son of God never supports self-righteousness, not now, not then. Now back to the point, one thing is vital to mention. How Jesus and religion are on opposite spectrums. See, one's the work of God, but one's a man-made invention. See, one is the cure, but the other's the infection. See, because religion says do, Jesus says done. Religion says slave, Jesus says son. Religion puts you in bondage, while Jesus sets you free. Religion makes you blind, but Jesus makes you see. And that's why religion and Jesus are two different clans. Religion is man searching for God. Christianity is God searching for man. Which is why salvation is freely mine and forgiveness is my own. Not based on my merits, but Jesus' obedience alone. Because He took the crown of thorns and the blood dripped down His face. He took what we all deserved. I guess that's why you call it grace. And while being murdered, He yelled, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Because when He was dangling on that cross, He was thinking of you. And He absorbed all your sin and He buried it in the tomb, which is why I'm kneeling at the cross saying, come on, there's room. So for religion, no, I hate it. In fact, I literally resent it. Because when Jesus said, it is finished, I believe He meant it.